Welcome back to the Anime Safe Space podcast. We're on episode 22 this week. We're recording way earlier than usual. We feel really out of it, so expect the worst episode yet, or best actually. Don't click out yet.
I don't know. I mean, we're in peak hours, and this is the time I'm actually in bed, so this is kind of scary.
You're in bed at what time is it, dude? Like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah, dude, I'm in bed at 3 o'clock, and I'm up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, if you guys are watching the YouTube version, you could probably see in like mine and Jake's background. It's very light in the room. We usually record this pretty late at night, and it's in the middle of the day. You would think we'd have more energy. No, we feel like shit.
It is bad.
I don't have a beer in my hand, so I'm not peak performance here.
Yeah, Tail's out of his form.
He's not in this element right now.
Sober episode. The first sober episode. No, it's not the first, but wish it was.
No, it's fine. We get to see two sides of Tail, so that's kind of like, okay. What'd you say?
Which one's crazier? I don't know. I vote for sober version.
Are you serious?
Well, speaking of crazy, Tail, we can get into our first topic of the day, actually. Look at these segues, man. I'm you know what? This is not going to be a bad episode.
Dude, that was probably the worst fucking segue I've ever heard.
Well, speaking of, crazy, I just watched, for the first time, American Psycho this week. It's a pretty good movie about Patrick Bateman, famous serial killer. I have been trying to look it up. I'm almost confident that Yoshikage Kira's speech, his whole thing about his morning routine and how he gets ready for the day and stuff like that, I'm 100% certain they took that from American Psycho. And, but yeah, I was watching that movie. It got me thinking. I was like, this guy's like, he's a terrible person, but he's very interesting and fun to watch. So we have this kind of characters in anime, so I wanted to know who you guys' favorite serial killers are.
So first off, it's a 2000 movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a 1991 book, so your point is going to be derailed regardless.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure JoJo Part 4 was before that, though.
It was 100% not written before that book, Jake. I promise you. I 100% promise you. And on top of that, Araki likes taking things from pop culture and stuff like that. So, I'm not trying to say, he plagiarized it. I'm 100% sure that's a reference to American Psycho. So,
damn. 95. 92, 95.
95%.
So, for serial killers, you brought up the famous Kira. So, of course, I'm going to be saying Kira Yoshikage because, I watch JoJo and so does Tell. And I haven't watched a lot of horror movies like that or serial killers. I do watch documentaries, though.
This is just related to anime. I didn't mean for you guys to bring up slasher killers or anything like that.
No, yeah, anime killers.
Yeah, Kira.
Yeah, fucking course you would, man.
Of course, yeah.
You already knew my answer. I think the only I've only known 3 or 4 off the top of my head. Even looking at my list.
Didn't you say that Kira was off limits though?
Well, I said I didn't want both of you guys bringing Kira because I know both you fuckers would do it if I didn't let you know beforehand. So, gave you time to think.
Well, for the first one that pops into my head, it would be Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen because he just is fucking insane. I don't know, when you kill somebody by disforming their body and causing shock to their system in order to kill them, pretty badass. I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I can mention your other one. I know you brought up 2. I'll let you take the 1-2 punch.
Okay. The other one, I would say Stain from My Hero Academia, because that guy's just straight up insane, but people also agree with him at the same time. It's like his manifesto caught on and became a culture. Shout out to Anprim.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh wait, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
I'm just gonna plug in that someone that has killed lots of people and put them in jail is Saguri from Aramanga. Just want to point that out.
that is true. Yeah, I was going to say about Stain, though. He is still one of my favorite My Hero characters. I'd probably say he's still top 5, mostly because he has, the Kamina effect to me, where it's he's been out of the story for almost 200 chapters now, and his presence is still affecting the story like extremely heavily.
You haven't caught up.
Like, is it? Oh, I know they brought him back up again. I'm just still behind. But I mean, yeah, that's why I brought it up again, because I know his ideals are coming back to the forefront. Everything he said is being proven true. Obviously, the way he went about doing things, not the greatest, but it's one of those things where it's like he's absolutely right, and it's like, I don't know. I love that about him. He's a great character. He's like ruthless as shit. He's awesome in Vigilantes. You know, that might be a spoiler, but who cares? He's great in there.
He's awesome.
He's more like a police officer for heroes. That's probably the best way to put him.
Well,
out.
he's literally just a judge, jury, and executioner type character. So that's what makes him cool.
It's like the Punisher.
So it's ironic. I asked you guys beforehand to think of this. I actually had a hard time thinking of a killer.
Oh yes.
So I actually, I actually just realized I have not thought of a single fucking character.
Wow,
dude! Imagine bringing up.
It might be cheating. It might be cheating. I didn't know if I wanted to bring this one, but it might be cheating. But whatever. I'll just say it's from Danganronpa. Genocider Jack. Love her. She is so much fun. Like, I mean, Danganronpa is an anime. It's bad, but I mean, she's still so much fun to watch in there. But specifically in the game and stuff, and Ultra Despair Girl, she's literally the alternate personality of this boring ass romance novelist or whatever. And she's just psychotic. She has a long ass tongue for some reason. She only kills guys. And
that's hot.
Yeah, and she also basically kills them by putting and hangs up all their bodies in like a crucifix position with scissors. And I don't know, she has a shit ton of scissors. Danganronpa is weird, but that she's like somehow like one of the most normal characters in there. That's how weird that series is. So yeah, I'm gonna say Genocider Jack. I can maybe think of one more. I was trying to think if Gintama had any. I mean, I don't know if what's his face, Jiraiya counts. Because he wasn't anymore. He was
a ninja.
He was an assassin. Yeah, he was an assassin. Yeah, I think he was badass though.
Yeah, Jiraiya is like a badass. What do you mean?
No, an assassin. I mean,
no, is a badass.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he is badass. Yeah, I mean, all the Gintama villains are badass.
Hey,
I mean, you kidding me, dude? Even what's his face? Fucking the feminist.
That fucker. He's not at all.
But yeah, dude. Probably Jiraiya too. Like I said, I loved his whole entire thing with Sukiyo. Red Spider arc doesn't get a lot of as much appreciation as it deserves because it was great. It was around the part where I started loving Gintama to its fullest. It was like the very beginning of when I started to binge from 180 something all the way until the end of the show. So Red Spider was a great way to kick that off for me. So Jiraiya, he's my goat. Love him.
I have a question to consider. Does Koro Sensei count?
Oh, I mean, if you want to, yeah, I mean the Grim Reaper version of him, yeah. I'd say so.
Because, like, if he does, then I want to throw him out there too. I mean, everybody fucking loves Koro Sensei.
Yeah, 100%. Like I loved his backstory. It's like he's literally the world's greatest killer and stuff like that, and he was heartless. And then once the former sensei died, like actually fell in love with her. That was heartbreaking.
It was over for me, dude.
Spoilers, by the way, boys.
Yeah, just a bit.
Throwing spoilers right off the bat, baby.
Can you guys think of any other serial killers or like just murderers or in general? We're having a very lighthearted topic here, by the way. So.
Yeah, it's pretty lighthearted. I mean, if you want to go bring up Gintama, you know your boy Utsuro naturally just kills everyone in the final episodes.
Dude, he's so fucking cool. I didn't want to talk about him because, like, you know, Endgame Gintama villain Tail's not there. The listeners that aren't there might not know, but yes, he's like the Gintama villain, and he is fucking awesome. He is literally one of my favorite villains ever, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's so cool.
I mean, if we're going to talk about serial killers, I mean, the guy that kills children, pretty much.
Who?
Bondrewd.
Oh my god!
You forget about him, dude. Yes. He kills children on the daily.
Ever.
Yeah,
that is true. I mean, I guess he does count as a serial killer. Yeah, I love Bondrewd. Best dad did nothing wrong. He deserves the world, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's researching the world pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, on the real, Bondrewd's a fucking monster. That's why I love him. He has very interesting ideals. He doesn't believe himself to be an evil person, and he basically has no emotions towards whatever he does, and that's what makes him fucking phenomenal, I think.
Another one I want to throw out there, Light Yagami, you know.
Still haven't watched it.
True. It's another Kira.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how much I've watched of Death Note, but I've watched it enough to know like, it's cool.
Let's see what else.
Man, could also say Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. He is definitely
he is definitely a murderer.
He's definitely a freaking
Yep.
Oh, hold on. If we're gonna go with that, my last my last phone in, my last write in on this list is gonna be Foss from Hoseki no Kuni. If you guys watch if you guys read Hoseki no Kuni, if you guys read Hoseki no Kuni, any listeners, you guys should know exactly what I'm talking about. Foss is something else now. Yeah, I love Foss. Still my favorite character ever, but they are fucking ruthless. So, yeah, highly suggest Hoseki no Kuni out there.
What about that the Saw type anime that y'all watched in high school?
Are you talking about Danganronpa?
Maybe, yeah. I hadn't watched it
well,
yet, but I know y'all watched it like before track practice in high school, and I would just look over your shoulder.
Yeah, it was Danganronpa. Yeah, like I said, the game is much better. That's where Genocider Jack's from.
Ah, okay.
My first. I suggest all of you guys out there to play Danganronpa, by the way. I've been telling Jake to play it for a long time now. I feel like he'd like it because he's a Phoenix Wright fan.
Yeah, I probably
just
could.
better
Just
Phoenix Wright.
I don't have any time because I barely play single player games as it is. Even though I love them way more than multiplayer games, but I just haven't been playing.
Oh, but you have all the time in the world for Melee.
Oh yeah, I definitely
All
have.
the
I haven't
time.
played in like a week, so you're kind of wrong right there.
I also got to give a shout out to my babe, Toga.
Oh,
Toga,
yeah,
dude.
dude. Fuck. Oh, how did we not bring
Best
her
girl.
up at first? We brought
I
up
don't know.
Stain, but not her.
Toga's definitely got to
yeah, I
get
love
thrown in
Toga.
there.
Quick shout out to Spiritus from Grand Blue. Killed pretty much everyone in a fell swoop.
Dude, we're literally just throwing out so many
Yes.
characters now. This is like lost all its fucking momentum. It's just literally just us throwing out every single character in existence now. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it for like the major ones I could think of though.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen it, but Moriarty and the Patriot. He's not really a serial killer, but like he's more the person that like thinks of the killing and then tells someone to go do it. That kind of stuff. And I was liking the show so far. Moriarty.
Yeah.
James Moriarty.
Yeah, I can't think of any other on here. And sorry if you guys hear a lot of wind in the background. It's extremely windy outside. I don't know if it's windy for you, Jake.
I'm not by a window.
Well, anyways, like I said, that's the favorite serial killers. Again, like I said, they're all just like me. I think we can all relate heavily to them.
Yeah, like we
take
never
from that
learned
what you
season
will.
2 ending. Yeah, we can relate to that.
Well, speaking of We Never Learn again, also, this can just go straight into the next topic. Valentine's Day just passed. We Never Learn's romance and harem anime. So I did want to know, I don't think we've talked about this, but like, what's your favorite anime couple? I think we're all gonna have the same answers though. So.
Oh, you think we're gonna do it? You think you already know who my couple is?
I know what Tells is gonna be, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna steal this one and say Miyuki and Kaguya. Obviously, come on, Kaguya-sama's fucking great. Once they get to the next arc, the big arc, the festival arc in the anime, yeah, there's not gonna be touching that anime for a while. I don't think anything's gonna come close to it for a bit.
Yeah.
But it's like they're like my favorite manga couple right now. They're like just so pure. They're so much fun to watch. Both of them are like in my favorite protagonists because I consider them as like a duo kind of. I don't think one's better than the other. Ishigami's better than both of them, to clarify, but still,
I guess,
I don't know. I love Miyuki and Kaguya.
Yeah, I guess I'll throw out mine. It's pretty obvious, I think, to most people. Taiga and Ryuji from Toradora,
Yes,
of
sir.
course. It's going to be my top for a while, unless after Kaguya-sama gets animated, we'll see what happens then. But with this upcoming season, at least.
You know, I was gonna try and figure out a way to try to put Miku with myself, but I couldn't. So I'm gonna go for the next
Well,
best
I mean,
thing.
you can
I
just
can't
slip
see
like
her
that,
with
so.
anyone other than me. All right. Anyways,
I mean, have you watched Tonikawa? You can throw them out.
I'll think of someone better. Like, for example, I think one of the better ones like is Sakata and Mai. I think that those are a pretty fun couple to see, especially because how monotone Sakata is and how the banter between them is always so fun to hear. That's why I always love whenever I watch a show.
You know, I thought you were gonna bring up the Wotakoi people. I forgot their names.
You know, I after reading it, I want to put him up there yet. Even though I love him to death.
Well, I'll do you one better than Sakata and Mai. Araragi and Hitagi. Come on.
True.
Hitagi's hot as hell. Araragi is one of the best protagonists. They have the best dynamic. And she lets him go around and do his Araragi thing. So, I don't know. I think she's a good girlfriend. She doesn't question his antics with hit. Or, I mean, she can't even see Hachikuji, so never mind. Just remembered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot about that, huh? It's not really him Senju Gahara is not letting him. She can't fucking see her.
Well, I mean, she
like
knows
a
there's
given
somebody
hall
there.
pass right there.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Fuck it, dude. Narumi and Hirotaka from Otokoi, dude. Fucking nutty.
All right, who's that? The side couple?
No, that's the pink hair and the gamers. The gamers. Like, dude, when you go any further, dude, like the manga's so fucking good. I binged it in one day.
Yeah, I've been meaning to read it. I own volumes 1 and 2. Yeah, volumes 1 and 2.
I got 1, 3, and 4. No, 2, 3, and 4 actually. I don't have 1, so I had to sell the C's. But I do plan on getting 1 and finishing off because hey, I know you know the spoiler with the wedding. The way it happens, nutty. That's all I gotta say.
Got any other couples still?
I mean, that's the main ones that I know of, at least.
All right, well, let me plug another one then. Rin and Nadeshiko from Yudu Camp. They are definitely gay for each other. They definitely are in love with each other. That's my headcanon going on. No. You just tell that they just like go into the tent. They don't even have sex or anything. They just hold hands and just love each other. They just love life. That is, it's not even my headcanon. That is exactly what happens in that show. Like, you can't look at how they interact with each other and tell me that they do not love each other. So,
I mean,
yeah, best couple in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually break it for right there. You guys are forgetting like the best anime ever to exist: Dragon Ball and Goku and Chi-Chi. Since Dragon Ball is the best anime out there, in turn they do have the best couple, so kind of goes hand in hand.
That's true. Well, and look, I don't think that Rin and Nadeshiko can beat Goku in a fight. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, sorry about that, dude. Sorry I had to ruin our parade.
I'll throw another Yuru camp out there. Anna and Chikua.
Oh yeah, dude, they have the best romance ever.
Definitely best romance.
Love that little dog.
Bought a 10,000 yen tent just for Chikua.
Yeah, that's true love. Honestly, that's the purest form of love in that whole show.
Yeah.
I mean, you're throwing out Eurocamp, dude. I'm gonna fucking plug in K-On, dude. What was it? Ritsu and Mio? I think that's what it was. Those two fucking little devils. They're made for each other. Just saying.
Dude, this is turning into us writing fanfic.
We're not writing it. They're writing themselves.
White blood cell and red blood cell.
All right, dude. We're gonna have to stop this end of questioning right now. I don't want to go into my body because I.
Only code black version.
Oh,
big titty white blood cell.
Speaking of big titty white blood cells, I mean,
what?
That's not going to segue into anything. I just wanted to make you guys confused.
No, I knew you had nothing.
I had nothing to go off of that, yeah.
No.
Speaking of shitty segues, let's talk about the Crunchyroll Awards.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. Take it away, I guess.
So the Crunchyroll Awards did happen. What was it, yesterday? I believe so, yep. Yes. And funnily enough, this wasn't as bad of a shit show as I was expecting. Couldn't you agree?
Yeah, I was pretty upset. I was expecting it to be like awful, and most of the choices they did made sense. So I was a little upset.
With the couple of exceptions, right? Like, you can't have a perfect award with Crunchyroll. Like, it's either complete shit, and in this case, it was like shit with Febreze. Like, it's good, a bit. Yeah. But are we going to talk about
with the cherry on top?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, just go through it in order.
All right, so we're going to think the first cause of this is anime of the year.
No, that's not the fucking order. We're building up to anime of the year.
Oh, we're going from the bottom? Oh, you motherfucker.
Bottom? What site are you looking at,
dude? I'm looking on the website.
Yeah, the website doesn't have anime of the year at the top. It has it all the way at the bottom.
Mine has it on the top.
Is your bottom the ending sequence, Jake?
Nope, mine's fantasy.
All right, we're all on different sites then. Hell yeah.
I'm on the actual Crunchyroll, like the site.
Yeah, I'm on theirs too.
No, you're not.
Oh my god,
dude!
I promise
here,
you,
look.
This is the result page, not the actual nomination page. This is where they post the results.
Yeah, and I have the winners.
Oh my god, dude, we're just gonna keep arguing here. Let me put in the Discord.
Yeah, please, please. We're
yeah.
already having we're having some technical difficulties
Having technical
on a
difficulties.
podcast.
That's the page I use.
Yeah, you're on the news site. I'm on the actual site.
Well, use that site, dude.
All right, dude. So, you want me to just name out the nominees, or do you just want a best character design, or like?
Just name out the winner. We can talk about the nominees while we're going through.
All right. So for best character design, we have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, which I mean I haven't seen the show, but I mean it looks pretty fucking nutty. Not gonna lie. And then the design.
It's the same studio that did Assassination Classroom and Danganronpa, so I'm happy for them. The designs look great, so, and I like that weird hard outline style that they have with it. It works for some shows, like I don't know. It's weird now that Mappa is doing their new style of Attack on Titan. I kind of dislike how old Attack on Titan looks, but I like how the hard lines look on As Class and Danganronpa. So.
But with
it works depending on the tone of the show.
Attack on Titan, I kind of don't mind the art style because one, it kind of matches what happened in the manga, and two, it's not really like it's no longer just like you're in paradise. You're now doing the world, so it's like
the whole series has been dark. I don't think the hard outlines like made it like feel cleaner or anything than it was. It just I don't know. It just doesn't look nice as Mappa's to me. But that's besides the point anyways. I think the only one that I would have argued for it to rival
Aizakin
character design is Aizakin, yeah. I mean, how do you look at Kanamori and not think that? So I don't know why the fuck Tower of God was nominated, because my biggest gripe with Tower of God were the god awful character designs. Like they looked like shit for most of them.
Yeah,
like Kun, he was fine. Bomb, he just looked like generic main character. What's his face, turtle dude? He just looked like a turtle dude. But then you have a black Cyclops wearing a fucking t-shirt and khakis. Like, what?
Hey, he got drip.
No, dude, he does not.
He's got drip, dude.
But yeah, I mean, Brand New Animal also, I think it was fine, but I think I like the art style more than like the character designs themselves, because at the end of the day, they were just animals wearing clothes. I loved how the main character looked. I'm trying to remember her name, but I loved how she looked. Everybody else was just
Yeah, I think if it was up to me, Aizakin. Well, I mean, I only watched 2 shows out of this, so I don't really have much of a character design. But I mean, Aizakin would be my number 1 pick. But maybe I'll watch the show and I'll see how it looks in the near future. Animation, all right.
Yes, sir.
We have the winner is Keep Your Hands Off Aizakin, right? I think this is deserved, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think I would have been fine in this category if also Princess Connect won, because I know none of you guys watch Princess Connect, but the animation in that show is beautiful. Like, it is straight up fucking stunning. The show, it's like, it's okay. It's basically Konosuba, but like without the raunchy jokes. But I don't know. I think the show is just extremely pretty, and I would have been happy if it won. But Aizakin is one big love letter to animation. So, and I just had a big smile watching that show the whole time, because they just did animation inside animation basically, and it was dope.
It was so dope, because like even with the sound effects, you just hear her like making it up in her mind. You have like the voice actor actually saying it, and it was such a joy to watch. Like, there's literally, you can't really find anything wrong with the series as of right now, if I think about it.
I think it was like pretty unexpected too. I don't know about you guys, but that show was not what I was expecting at all for it. But I was just like very happily surprised by what it actually was. I mean, yeah, as Jake said, it was just a joy to watch and like learn about animation itself, and just like them doing whatever, you know, just making shit up in their mind and being able to animate that so well was pretty awesome.
I know, and Tall Girl especially.
Dude, Kanamori, you gonna keep forgetting her name?
Dude, she doesn't need a name to know. Kanamori is just that good. She's best girl without being hot.
I mean, yeah. The other choice that maybe I would have been happy with winning is Beastars. I love Studio Orange. I think they mastered the art of CG and 2D seamlessly, because a lot of the show is 2D, just like Oseki no Kuni, but you can hardly tell at times, and vice versa, same with the CG. You can hardly tell it's CG at times. So I think they managed to blend both perfectly, and like Beastars Season 2 is reflecting that even better, but still, I'm happy for Aizukin, because that was just straight up creative. Mm-hmm. It's like they used the medium of animation to their fullest, which is why I think they deserve it the most, because, yeah, like I said, it was literally just basically them animating inside of an anime and showing the process of how it's done. And you can tell they all loved working on the show. So it was just like very passion filled, and you can really see it.
Yeah. You got anything else to say, Tao? Because we're gonna go into the next one.
Nah, it's good with me.
So with best fight scene, we have Deku versus Overhaul, which I have gripes with, not because of like the other nominees, but the fact that they chose this one instead of Endeavor.
I was gonna say,
the Noma.
Out of everything that was nominated on this list, the Overhaul fight was the best one. But the Endeavor fight was so much better than this fight. I don't know why they didn't nominate it. I don't know. And then the fact that they nominated that Jujutsu Kaisen fight, when they have the Mahito fight, they could have fucking nominated. Like, come on.
Or the freaking Gojo versus the what was this? The Volcano.
Oh yeah, or even versus Volcano, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like that was sick, dude. Not the freaking first episode that they keep showing like 15 times.
And I don't know why they thought it was so cool too. Like I said, Sukuna literally shows up and he's like, "Oh, that's Gojo. Let me kick his ass." Gojo beats his ass, and then Sukuna swaps out with Yuji, and that's the end of the fight. That's literally the whole fight. It's like 12 seconds. I don't know what.
It's 10 seconds exactly.
10 seconds, actually. Yeah, because that's how long he gave until they had to switch.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, you're right. Then that's so stupid, man. That bothers me. Then the God of High School fights are nominated. Obviously, 2 of them. Both of them lost. Thank God.
Yeah.
I think
the SAO fight, I've seen some of it. Animation's fine, but not better than Deku.
Well, I haven't even seen it, but what I've heard is that the part 2, they like put in like everything in it. So
Oh, I know. I mean, it looks gorgeous. I don't know if you've seen like the fight. Like I said, I've seen parts of the fight. I haven't watched it all the way through, but like they threw all their money at it. But again, from what I've seen of it, I like the Deku versus Overall fight more, mostly because we knew the stakes, we knew everything that led up to it, and But I'm alone in thinking that Gleipnir should have been nominated. I know that for the fight, and just for their first fight alone, mind you, it was 4 minutes long. It was, I'm not even joking, 8 panels in the manga, and they managed to turn it into 4 fucking minutes. And they added shit onto it. They managed to expand one of the characters' backstories, even though she died like a minute later. It was fluid as shit, and it was such a cool fight. Like, even if you don't think Gleipnir is like that great of a show, that fight was like, I remember when it dropped, everybody was like losing their mind over it. I was so certain it was going to get nominated, but it didn't.
I agree with you on that one. That fight was like pretty impressive. I remember you showing that to me just like off of YouTube on your phone, because that came out when I was still down there with you guys, and after I saw that, I was immediately interested and I wanted to watch it, but nope.
Yeah,
no
like I said, that I started watching Gleipnir because of that fight, and I read the manga because of that fight. So it's like it did a lot. It was so cool.
So it's fair. I mean, I think if I could think of a couple more fights that should have been on here, I probably would, but that's going to take too long. So we're just going to
don't bring up movies. We won't bring up movies because then yes, we would have had 2 more choices. But we can't get sour over the fact that movies weren't nominated.
Made in Abyss, Dawn of the Deep Soul.
Yes, if Made in Abyss was in here, it would have absolutely annihilated every single one of these fights. Banjude versus Reg. But again, we can't complain. No movie was shown love, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So with the next one,
wait, hold on, one second. Sorry, the Deku and Bakugo versus Nine's fight was last year. This is making me wish. Fuck, god damn it, dude, that was so good.
That was a very, very juicy fight. Not gonna lie.
Damn it, man! They should have nominated movies, but yeah, we can't cry over spilled milk. Fuck.
Yes,
Keep
stop
going.
being a little girl. All right. Anyways, we're gonna go into best couple. Nasa Yusuzuki and Tsukasa Yusuzuki. Or Yuzaki.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking perfectly fine with this. I don't know about you guys. Because if you want to think about it, even though in Kaguya, like, they're not really a couple yet. In Konikawa, they're fucking married already.
Right. Yeah, I forgot.
So, like, you can't really bring the manga in this case. And, I mean, you even saw when you were watching it. I don't know if you're finished with it, yes or not. But it reminded you how fucking lonely you are.
Yeah, I mean, they were a pure couple. I'm not hurt. I mean, I love Kaguya and Miyuki too much, but they've won, I think, almost every year.
Yeah, it's been like the last 2 years, I think.
Oh no, I'm forgetting that Kaguya is only in the second season. They won the year they were nominated though, which is fine.
Yeah.
I was pulling for them again. They lost. It's fine, whatever. Tsukasa and Nasa, they're beautiful. Again, just so pure. That show is just really pure. I basically would have been happy with any of these. Like, again, I haven't seen Villainous, and I'm sure that had no chance in hell of winning anyways. But like, with the exception of Legoshi and Haru, everybody else I would have been fine with.
Yeah.
Like Kotsuko and Kudo, even though it's very one-sided on Kotsuko's end, they were a great couple. So,
You're saying you would have been okay with Chizuru and Kazuya winning that?
Oh yeah, like Rent a Girlfriend. I'm one of the few people that likes Kazuya. Like, I don't think he's fantastic protagonist or anything. I've said this, but I think he's fine. And he's a harem protagonist, so I mean, basically just shipping anybody with your favorite girl is fine. Chizuru's fucking hot.
Goddamn right she is.
Yeah.
And they haven't got to like her annoying parts in the anime, so based on like the anime, I'm fine with her right now.
Fair.
So we're gonna go with the best performance by a VA, or a seiyus, as they call it in Japanese.
I'm so happy about this one, man.
We're gonna go with Yusuke Kobayashi as Natsuki Subaru from Re:Zero. I have no complaints. Yeah, he's doing such a fantastic job conveying all the emotions that he's been feeling, especially in the parent episode from last season. Or I don't even call it last season, like the first part of season 2.
Yeah,
there's no complaints for me here. I don't think it was a landslide.
Yeah. He like him, and especially like why am I forgetting? Ria Takahashi. Like, you can extremely like feel their emotions and all of it. Like, every voice actor is giving it their all in Re:Zero right now, but Subaru especially. Mm-hmm. You could feel like if you generally feel like Subaru is a person that's in pain, that's feeling sorrow and then joy at random parts, or like he basically embodies Subaru, and it is like crazy. Like, I love this voice actor. He's so good. And the other ones, again, Gojo. He just has that silky smooth voice. So
Gojo has with Jujutsu Kaisen, they have fucking silky smooth voices, especially Sukuna. Like, that's just
Sukuna.
It's ear candy.
It makes me wet, dude.
And especially because like a lot of people don't know. I forget his name, but I know like a lot of his performances. You know, he has Eraserhead under his belt. He has Abakio from JoJo's, that kind of stuff, and he's just. It's always ear candy whenever he speaks. Mm-hmm. But even with Yuichi, he's.
Well, I was gonna say with Kanamori too. I loved her voice actor. Like, I love this smugness in her voice and like the monotone. But like, what's most impressive about it is you can tell what like emotion she's trying to convey while speaking that flat. It's super interesting. Like, you can tell when she's mad, or like happy, or like trying to tease them, even though she's not changing the tone of her voice, which I think is like super impressive.
That's super impressive animation wise, and super impressive voice acting wise. Because
like, I guess it'd be like voice inflections, because it's not really tone changes, just her slightly altering the way she delivers it. So yeah, very very impressive. I think all of these were impressive voice actors, but fucking Kobayashi absolutely deserves it.
Yes. Yeah, there's. I don't think there was any way that they could have won, because if there was any other year, they hands down could have won. So, but just Re:Zero right now, they're just going off right now. So, best performance by a Seiyu in English for English dubs. I don't watch a lot of dubs right now.
So you just mean voice actor?
Yeah.
Seiyu Japanese voice.
Yeah, we got Zeno Robinson as Hawks from My Hero. I don't watch dubs a lot. I haven't watched the dub from My Hero in like 3 years. So
I've heard how he sounded once, and Hawk sounds fine, and I love Hawk. So you know what, whatever. Give it to him, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. We don't really have enough background. Like all of us watch sub here, so we don't know what the contenders even sound like or anything.
Yeah.
The only voice actor I recognize on this whole list is Johnny Young Bosch. Obviously, I think most people recognize him, though. I didn't realize he voices Bomb. I don't know why the hell they casted him to voice Bomb, but he's a good voice actor, so whatever. I mean, again, I don't know how he performed as Bomb, but Hawks is cool.
Yeah, I would think like probably like for me, like from the dubs that I heard, that I think probably JoJo's probably is one of the best ones out there.
But too bad that wasn't nominated last year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, or airing last year.
No, I think I don't even know when the dub came out, but anyways, like I think JoJo probably has one of the best dubs. Unfortunately, the sub is just that fucking good, so you can't really watch it. But they do such a great job. The dub.
I think the only dub that I've watched in like the last 2 years would be Ghost Stories, just because it's fucking Ghost Stories.
Yeah, you didn't.
You haven't watched Toradora in English?
No.
Surprised.
That's surprising. Yeah, even I watched it in English.
I love the English dub. I prefer the English dub to the sub.
Sorry,
I'm
no.
being completely
When I
honest.
hear Kagura, dude, it's over.
When I hear Morgana as Taiga, then yeah, and Kyubey, because she's also Kyubey. Yes, I love the dub. I'm sorry, and also as Johnny Young Bosch, who was nominated. So watch the Toradora dub. Mind you, both the sub and dub are fantastic. I don't care if you think one is better than the other. I just personally prefer the dub. Bigger attachment to it. Love the voice actors because it has like a lot of my favorite English voice actors.
And yeah, even in
and
the
all the
sub,
ones that stay out of controversy too. I think most of those ones stayed out of that whole stupid English dub controversy. So you can like the show, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with Best Girl, I think it's no fucking surprise who it is. We have Kaguya Shinino. Oh, I can't even fucking say her name, dude.
Shinomiya, dude.
Oh my god, dude. I am so bad. I haven't seen it in a while. My bad, dude. I think there's really nothing to say about her, really, if you've seen the show. This is like, if any time Kaguya is nominated, she's gonna win. Like, there's no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I did think there was a big chance Chizuru was going to win. I mean, I felt like Kaguya was going to win anyways, but, like, Chizuru was, like, on fire last year. And honestly, actually, I just realized, looking at this list, Rent-A-Girlfriend was nominated for a lot. Holy hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they...
Like, I don't think people give that show enough credit, because I thought it was really good. Like, from it, story-wise and all that aside, I mean, for, like, production value, the music, voice acting, all of it was great. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad it's getting acknowledged that way. But yeah, Chizuru, hot. I would have been okay with that, but I prefer Kaguya.
Ruka, hot, but she's a bitch. Mm-hmm. So we gotta.
No, you haven't even seen nothing yet, dude. Read them all.
Yeah, exactly, dude. This is why I say she is, because I know what you guys keep saying about her, or what you keep saying about her.
Dude, she is literally a sexual predator, so offender. I
Don't you like that, dude?
She's younger than Kazuya.
Yeah,
I do not actually.
Dude, he's covered.
The other one on this list is again Sayaka Kanamori. Everybody loves Kanamori, and I would have been happy for her too if she won. She didn't, but she's just a smug girl. I love that.
You literally cannot love her. That's the point.
Yeah.
She's
like written to be like one of those like stereotypical like unlikable characters, at least with the way she presents herself. But then she's like the most sweet and like enjoyable character to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no contest right there, sadly. But you got anything else to say, Tel? Because we're gonna be moving on.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Rent-A-Girlfriend and Isaac and Kanamori and Chizuru, I'd have been okay with either of those two, like El said. But Kaguya is definitely the best out of the list, in my opinion. So
yeah, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
So, with Best Girl, there must come a Best Boy, is there not? So for this, we do have another winner in Shoyo Hinata from Haiku to the Top. This is one of those categories where I couldn't really think of a lot. Hey, I mean, of course, there's one that comes to mind, but I mean, looking at the list, three of them I could have one, and Shoyo was one of them. So I'm not at all mad, even though I think Gojo might have got it snubbed just a bit, or Legoshi, because I mean, who cannot love Legoshi?
I love Legoshi.
Yeah, it's
like with Hinata, I think basically after the training arc, he doesn't do shit for the rest of To the Top, which is why I'm a little like,
what? Are you serious?
because like after. Yeah, he doesn't have much to. Well, because look, after the training thing where he like learns to play on his own, basically, yeah, that's great development. But then it becomes about everybody else. I know he does stuff at the end of the season, but like there's a big 16 episode gap where it's not about him. It's about the other team. It's about what's his face Tanaka. It's about the other captains. It's about like everybody else, which is what the strength of Haikyuu. And I always liked Hinata. I think he's one of like my favorite shonen protagonists. So again, I'm not like upset about this. I think I'm just too much of a slut for Gojo. He's just too cool, I think.
Yeah.
And everything I've seen of him so far, it is just like I love watching him on screen. Anytime he's on screen, all the attention is to him. He steals every scene he's in. You're just waiting for him to do something badass. Like hell, the arc they're on right now, the whole point is that they literally had they put up that thing and they're like, yeah, anybody else can leave, just Gojo can't enter because we don't want to die. So yeah, I think that's cool.
That shows how fucking overpowered Gojo is.
Yeah, well, that's I love that. It's literally just one curse they made. They're like, all right, here's the requirements. Everybody else can enter and exit except Gojo Satoru. I'm like, wow. That's how terrified they are of this guy. So. And Kun, I wasn't on the Kun train like everybody else. And
he was alright.
Legoshi's just he's just best furry boy.
Best furry boy, yeah. He's our best furry. So, nothing else to say, Tell?
Nope.
So, for next up for the Crunchyroll, we got Best Director, which I think there are so many great directors on this because it's ridiculous. But we're gonna go. The winner is Sasaki Yuasa.
Dude, Masaki Yuasa. That's
Masaki
Yuasa.
Or Masaki.
Masaki. No, it's Masaki Yuasa.
Yeah, it's Masaki.
Yeah, Yuasa. All right. For Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, I think there are 3 winners with Masasaki Yuasa. We got what was it? Sunghoo Park. Because Jujutsu Kaisen is on fire, especially the anime right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mamoru Hatakeyama?
Mm-hmm.
For Kaguya-sama, because like even with as little manga that I've read with Kaguya, I can tell like the anime is just better.
Yeah. What I will say with this, because I'll just throw in Decadence real quick. From the 2 episodes I've seen, because again, I don't dislike Decadence or anything. I do need to watch it. Continue, but the direction with that show, with the way they like angle the framings, the pacing was pretty fucking solid, and the show just looked like stunning. I think it deserves to get nominated for this, sure. But what I do want to say about Jujutsu Kaisen is it is the perfect example of how you elevate your source material, because I've enjoyed every single thing better than the manga so far from what I've read, and it is just like they're taking all the best elements and just like making it 10 times better, I think, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel, Till, because I know you've read more than I have of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, no, I think that they've done a pretty great job. I just caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen last night. I got one of my friends hooked on it as well. But it's doing a really good job of converting, to the anime from what it has. So I would have been completely fine. I almost want to say that I would have been more happy with Jujutsu Kaisen, but I mean, as we said before, when they got Best Animation, Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, you just can't not like that show, and they did such a good job converting it that I'm completely happy with it. So Jujutsu Kaisen would have been better, or not better, but like just as good if it would have gotten it, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I think
same thing with
what was it? I know with this with Isaacin's director, he also did Ping Pong the animation, which everyone loves. So I mean, this is
well, yeah. Well, it's Masaki Yuasa. He's basically infamous in the industry. In case you guys can't realize by the art style and his other works, he made Devilman Crybaby and Ride Your Wave, among a lot of other things, because he's very famous. Both of those were very solid. Devilman Crybaby had great directing. Same with Ride Your Wave. It just shows the amount of talent he has. And again, I'm super happy with it. The only other one I could have, like you said, I would have been happy with Kaguya winning as well, because from everything they've done from the manga and adapted to now, the anime just blows the manga out of the water for me. I mean, the manga content I prefer now because it's much better than what they covered. But same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. It's just elevated the source material. It has made everything just much more visually entertaining. It knows how to implement its own style in the situations. Like, a lot of the shit that happens in the manga doesn't exactly play out like they do in the anime. Like, they just make it that much more interesting and like creative, and a lot of the direction choices are just fantastic. And again, I just love Kaguya.
Yeah, I mean, Mappa is doing just such a fucking fantastic job this season and last season. So like,
What? Oh, are you talking about Jujutsu Kaisen?
yeah. No, just Mappa in general though, because they have to employ like the people to do it. So I mean, they're bringing in the best talent they have, or that they can get, in order to make a fantastic product right now.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we can all agree though. Yeah. Best director, you also deserved it. I think. Like I said, he's a great director. I have no problems there. I like all of his works that he's made. So,
all right.
That I've seen at least.
For the next one, best score. I'm happy because of the person and not the anime, but we're gonna have Kevin Penkin for Tower of God, because this man has worked on something that's way better than Tower of God, called Made in Abyss, and that movie's just fucking great. So I'm not.
Well, anything he touches turns to gold. So it is just like, I'm fine with it. Have you listened to the Tower of God soundtrack? Because it's
pretty good. It's pretty good. I have no complaints about it. I just think the Made in Abyss is just so fucking good.
Well, again, we can't cry about things that weren't nominated.
But it's the same. It's the same guy.
I know, but yeah, there's no point in complaining about it when Fate and My Hero's movie were left out too. So.
Yeah.
And well, Demon Slayer wouldn't have came out, but regardless.
True.
The only other one I could think of, because actually Aizen had a great soundtrack, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck. Just
Aizen and Beastars. I haven't seen Great Pretender,
yeah.
but it's up here for a reason, I think. So I really need to give it a watch. Mm-hmm. God of High School, I think, is.
It had just dubstep.
It was too rushed. The soundtrack was okay. I can't remember off the top of my head like any good scores.
It was literally just techno and dubstep. I'm not kidding.
That's probably why, because I probably fucking tuned it out, because I don't like that kind of music.
Yeah, it's like I like electronic music, but it's like that doesn't really stand out compared to other shows to me. It's like I would have put Rent a Girlfriend up there, and they had at times interesting choices. They played dubstep during like arguing scenes or like dramatic scenes, but for the most part it was fine.
Japan Sings 2020. What is that actually? I don't know.
It's a movie. I remember I was interested in watching it. I still am.
It's not a movie.
It's not a movie? I thought it was.
It's an anime.
It has episodes.
It's a Netflix series.
Oh, okay. That's probably.
It's made by the same studio that did Aizen, and it did horribly, by the way. So.
Fair.
But yeah, like you said, I'm happy with Tower of God, not because of Tower of God, but because of Kevin Bacon. He deserves it. He worked on that and Made in Abyss soundtrack in the same year, which is just fucking crazy.
How can you come up with this stuff?
He's literally so talented.
How can you come?
And obviously, Shield Hero's coming out again too, and he does a soundtrack for that as well. So it is just like any show he touches, you're just guaranteed to have a top tier soundtrack. But especially Made in Abyss. Yeah. Cannot wait until he touches that show again, because God, dude,
it's literally just like it's over. The music is already going to be great, and it's just like, how can he elevate it? And he always finds a way to do that. It's so fucking good. Now, with the best score comes best opening for every other show. And for this, we do have Wild Side by Ollie from Beastars. I have no complaints. It's such a unique opening. You can't even lie.
On here, I liked basically all the other ones. Great Pretenders is fine, but I mean, I don't know why it was nominated. But I like Wild Side. I was pulling for Kakai Kitan, but whatever. Didn't win. But Wild Side is great. I love the stop motion with it, and I think that's probably mostly why it won, is because it had probably one of the most visually unique openings I've seen in a while. So
yeah, Eve. I really love Eve as an artist. I've listened to a lot of their work, or his work. He's such a good band, dude. So when I first saw he was gonna do an opening, I already knew I was gonna love it, and it showed.
Yeah, Easy Breezy was a banger though. That's the one that I would probably want more than Jujutsu Kaisen's opening, because I'll talk about it a little bit on the next one because it deserves a lot more attention. But Easy Breezy's opening was fantastic. I remember when Aizuken was first coming out, we watched that. I think it was set in our group chat, or maybe I was still back with you guys at the time, but we watched that together somehow, and that was the point where it was just like, okay, I'm interested.
Yeah, we watched that in a restaurant.
Yeah.
I remember Jake showed us, and I was like, yep, you sold me.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause he kept telling me for like a week. He's like, you need to watch this opening. I'm like, shut up, dude. I was like, I don't care about that. And then he showed us. I was like, all right, my bad.
Like, yep,
dude, you underestimate me so many times.
My fault, OG. Yeah, that's what I was saying to this, though. I would have been fine with any of them, and I love Kage, mind you, but I think I would have been upset if Daddy Daddy Do beat out all the other ones.
Yeah.
Because Kage openings are just good. I don't think they're past that. I don't think they're amazing. They're just good. I don't expect anything more or less from Masayaki Suzuki, the man, the myth, the legend that sings both openings and
the jazz
both
legend.
Openings, actually.
The jazz legend, dude. His voice is silky, dude.
Yeah. Ironically, the only one on here that bothers me is Phoenix being nominated from Haikyuu, because the second opening of To the Top was much better. I think it was much better.
It's debatable. I don't.
It's just the least strong Haikyuu opening. I think it's just not my favorite. I even have Hiko de Yare above it, Jake. Believe it or not.
Well, I have Hiki. I'm not gonna say it anymore, but opening 5 as the best opening for me. Even though I do agree that Fly High is the anthem of Haiku, I will always.
Dude,
agree.
they should have just nominated Fly High again.
Dude, that would have been so funny.
Yep, been fine with it.
Yeah, I will not. I will never debate that Fly High is not the anthem. I will never not debate that because I know it's true, and I will personally.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I'm trying to remember. Sorry, of course. How do we forget this? Black Clover got snubbed hard.
If Black Clover was on here, it would have been
snubbed.
easy. It would have been easy.
Dude, I think they were just protecting the competition. Like, come on, Black Catcher was so good, and then they don't nominate it. Like,
yeah,
that just hurt, man.
It does hurt.
I don't even watch Black Clover, but I love their openings, and like that was just visually fantastic, just being black and white constantly with only red showing from the devil. And oh my god, dude, it was like the song Vic Blanca killed it as always,
dude.
And
it was so fucking good. They made another opening after with the same song.
Yeah,
they didn't even like remix it. No, they just fucking put it the same one and did another opening. That's how fucking good it was. And no one batted an eye because Black Clover has the best openings of any show, hands down. And I'm saying that as a Gintama fan. I think it's clear right now that
I think it's on par because again, my standard, the way I call it, even though As Class isn't like my favorite openings, I consider As Class having one of the strongest set of openings because they're all fantastic. And yeah, so
but Black Clover has not
basically
missed,
getting
though.
to that level.
It hasn't missed.
They haven't missed. You're right. You're right. They haven't missed. So I think it's out there. Like Black Clover, again, Tama, I love all their openings. Again, I know I shit on opening 13 a lot, but it is better than 90% of the anime openings out there. So come on. Gintama has a very solid set of openings. I don't think there's one I dislike.
Yeah, it's hard, but if I mean Black Clover ending next month. Actually,
speaking of which, I do want to just bring up, since we're on the topic of openings and Jujutsu Kaisen got nominated. I do not like Jujutsu Kaisen's second opening at all. I'm very disappointed with it.
I don't really either.
I skip it. I don't skip openings, but I skip this.
It's all right.
I like the animation point though. Like how they show all these different scenes and then later on they come into it. The animation's fantastic, but the song just It does not match the show at all.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's like it's boring as shit. That's my biggest problem with it. It's just like the animation is hype as hell and all of that, but then the song just. How do you go from Kakai Kitan to that, dude?
Yeah,
you can't.
Especially
beat
since
Eve.
it's supposed to be a more hype.
You can't beat Eve. Eve is such.
Yeah.
He's so good. That's all I gotta say. I think the song's all right. But I do agree with you. Like the animation, it doesn't kind of like match. Kind of like Fire Force Mayday, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna compare it to. Yeah.
Freaking screamo happening, and you just see what's his face just walking towards the screen.
Yeah. I do want to. I'm trying to remember the last. Oh yeah, I wanted to plug Rent a Girlfriend's opening.
Wait.
I'm fine with it not being nominated,
Dude,
but it deserved.
Fire Force was this year, right? Spark again. Spark again.
Oh my god, dude, how was that not? It was snubbed. Yeah, they snubbed 2 of them. Like, I'm fine with Beastars winning because it's a good song, but like, Spark Again and Black Catcher, man. It was like 2 of the strongest openings I've heard in a very long time.
Black Catcher would have won,
and they didn't get nominated.
But still, Spark Again needed to be up there.
I think Spark Again had a very strong chance.
It had a strong chance, but we all know Black Catcher.
Spark Again is just because it's. I think all around Black Catcher was. I don't know. What I like about Spark Again with that opening is I love the transitions. I don't know. I love how everything transitions to each other. Like when they're flying up on the skateboards. That, dude. Then he stops down. And then once it hits the fucking hook, and you see like Shinra go down to this kick, and he's fighting what's his face, the black dude, I forgot. It's everything just transitions perfectly into each other. Oh my god, it's just a beautiful opening. Like Spark Again is so good. I'll be honest, I don't think it matched the tone of that arc because they were just fighting like animals. Oh yeah.
And the first, what was it? It was in the middle. The middle. That's when they went to the animals. But then right after,
that was the last half. Well, but I'm saying that's the arc Spark Again covered.
No, because after that was the Joker and Benimaru.
But it was just a majority of it. I don't know. I think it immediately switches to the other opening right after that. So or during.
Yeah, that's the last scene after I think it was episode 13 or 14, and then they switched to opening 2, which I mean. Opening 2 was good. It's no Spark Again. And I love Kana Boom too.
Yeah, Kana Boom. They had 2 openings last year. I just realized they did My Heroes also. But yeah, and also I want to plug Realize from ReZero. Again, I don't think it should have been won or nominated or anything. But I do think if it was nominated on the list, at least I would have been happy for it. ReZero always has good openings. But out of all the openings now, though, I think he is the second least strong because the newest one, Long Shot, awesome, love Long Shot. It's my second favorite.
I have to watch it again, but I was like okay with it. I wasn't really like enamored.
I like the song more than the animation itself. I'll be honest.
That's probably why I'm not a big fan of the song.
Like, well, I just love. I love the song because it's literally just Amelia and Subaru's hype song because it literally just ends with "I love who I am." And that is just building. The whole show has been building up to them, like learning to love and accept themselves. So it's just so thematically like perfect. But that's besides the point. That's not even. That wasn't even last year.
All right.
So yeah.
Best ending sequence.
This is the one where I might be a little.
You're gonna be probably a little hurt. I fucking don't care because I love jazz. Lost in Paradise by Ollie featuring AKLO, Jujutsu Kaisen's first ending. I see no problem with this. This is such a fucking banger.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy with this. I just started watching it 2 days ago and finished it yesterday. And when this ending came on, I just was fucking dancing to it. Like, it was so good. Just the super simple animation of just all the different characters like coming out of their rooms and like going about their day and dancing around to the music and stuff like that. And it was just so good. I was so happy with it. It made it to one of my favorite endings just immediately as soon as it started.
Yeah,
so.
Even then, like they made Gojo fucking hot in that art style.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
They did it. So I don't know how.
I want to clarify. I love this ending. I want to clarify that. And I think it would have won regardless of anything else being nominated. But I do just want to say, like, at least with the other things that were nominated, I was hoping that, like, I may be alone in this. I think Isaac's ending was awesome.
It was
Like,
a good
'cause
ending.
Nobody
I
really
won't
paid
lie.
attention to it, but it's literally just the concept art just flashing on the screen, and it's her hand drawing herself. It's like, I don't know, it makes me tear up sometimes, like watching it, because it's just like such a beautiful ending. It doesn't really fit like parallel to Easy Breezy, because it goes from like that just wacky like weird rap shit to that hopeful last song, and it's like, I don't know. And for me also, again, I'm like the number one Gleipnir stan, because there's like three of us. But the ending for Gleipnir, song wise, was my pick of the year. I think it was the strongest ending song of the whole year. My God, it was. I suggest anybody out there to go listen to it if you like Millie. They've done songs for Goblin Slayer. They did the opening, and they also done. I'm trying to think of the other name for Goblin Slayers, but they do that. They do a lot of its soundtrack, and they're just a great band. You probably heard them in a lot of Weeb games because they do a lot of rhythm game shit. But yeah, Gleipnir's ending song is just like fantastic. And then lastly, I think ReZero Memento should have been nominated, like easily.
I think the one with the rental girlfriend, not the first ending, but the second ending, where it's just him.
What are you talking about?
There is two endings.
Oh yeah.
It's just him, doing the stuff. Oh wait, was it the first ending?
Yeah, he's doing the deed.
I can't remember.
Well, they didn't introduce the ending until like 3 episodes in, so they didn't have an ending really.
I can't remember, but the one where
because remember they ended the first 2 episodes with the opening. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the first one, the opening was in the ending. I know that, but where he just relieves himself. That's pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
Oh, it's a funny ass ending. Yeah, he's really shaking his soda can.
Oh, the second ending, they put Ruka's backstory. That's what I remember. That was the second ending, so I was thinking of it wrong. But I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like for best ending, having such a hard on for Jazz, I wouldn't mind Lost in Paradise or Last Dance. I wouldn't care, because
I was pulling for Last Dance, honestly, because mind you, I'm happy that Lost in Paradise won. I was fully expecting it to, but I would have been happy if Last Dance won.
Such a good song, dude. Oh.
Hold on, I do want to plug. I don't know if it would count because it did come out in 2019, or how was 2019? Jesus Christ! But it did extend into 2020 because it played during the overall fight. Gokai no Uta by Sayuri from My Hero Academia, the 6th ending, the one with Eri. I really wish that was nominated.
I like the second one better, dude.
Good ending.
Second one's better, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked it. Where it's just flashing the panels of all the top heroes when they're young, and it kind of has it has the villain sparked in too, because it has Toga in her.
I don't know. Maybe
when she's in school. Oof, that was good.
I think Gentle soured my taste of that opening and ending too much, because it's just like when I see those, I think of Gentle now, and I'm like, oh God. But no. What I love with the Eri thing, I think I love songs that abruptly start, and especially with that ending. Like, I think what was cool as shit was, unlike other ones where they fade to black and then they start playing the opening, as soon as the episode ends, they immediately cut into it. So it's like sometimes it jump scares you, but like literally with the whole Kirishima and Fat Gum thing, as soon as Fat Gum was like, you underestimated the hero Red Right, immediately cuts into the ending. And it is just fucking cool as shit.
That was a good one.
Like, I love that they did that. So, and again, it's the whole thing with Eri, because they never explain Eri's backstory in there. They just explain it through the ending, and I think that's awesome. That's a super smart way to do it. It's like they explain what happens, but they don't explain like what happens with the dad, and all of that. So, and they show that in the ending. Mm-hmm. So that could have been out there, but again, all of them would have lost to Lost in Paradise regardless, and I'm fine, because you know what, dancing, cool animation, it's gonna win.
Yeah,
and it's fine. And Ollie won both opening and ending, which I think is super impressive. So happy for him. Yeah,
I'm just gonna plug this in right here. Moriarty the Patriot, they had a banger opening with Genesis, so just gonna plug that in by a Stereo Dive Foundation. I think it should have been nominated. That's it.
Hold on. Sorry, and Night Running was nominated too, by the way. Night Running is an awesome ending, so I'm glad that was nominated.
Oh yeah,
Brand New Animal got a lot of recognition this year.
Yeah, Trigger knows how to do trigger stuff. So we're gonna move on. We still got a bit left, but we're gonna go on to.
Oh, we do. Holy shit!
We'll speed through these next ones, because I think that's pretty clear cut. Best fantasy. Mm-hmm. Who would have guessed? ReZero. that has no competition.
Deserved.
It has no competition.
Deserved.
Yeah.
Hold on, just before we move on, again, same thing with Decadence. I really was interested in Decadence's world. So from terms of a fantasy world standpoint, I'm glad that was nominated. And same with Tower of God too. I kind of am interested in how the tower ascends and the world around it. But ReZero's still better. So
it's like I don't even know, like it's a boss that you can't have no way of beating right now with your current stats. That's the best way to put it, because I mean I watched one episode of Decadence. I need to finish it because I probably have to rewatch it. I was interested, and then school happened and I had to drop some shows because I couldn't watch. But I think Decadence, has a good shot, and when I watch it to be very interesting, because I did like what I saw. So moving on, I think best comedy is no contest. Kaguya, season 2, funny as shit.
Yeah,
there's no contest right there. And
it is weird with Icekin. I mean, mind you, I don't know what other category they could throw it in, I guess, but like, I didn't look at it as like, well, I mean, I guess it is a comedy. I don't know. Sometimes it's like weird with their things.
Yeah,
like what they
it's kind of weird.
But.
Yeah,
but the real kicker was the nominee. Kakushi Goto is a comedy.
Well, it is a comedy first and foremost. Like I said, it's a. You could also put in a drama thing if you want, but it is first and foremost a comedy. And I don't know if you finished it, Jake. Like I said,
4 episodes in,
the comedy is still prevalent. Yeah, it's still prevalent even, towards the end when things are like very sad and serious. But it's still like that whole thing. And mind you, they only spend like the sad parts like the beginning and end of the episode. The rest of it is fucking Kakushi Goto doing wacky shit and then hiding his mangaka thing from his daughter. And it's funny. I love it. So I'm glad it was nominated.
I kind of thought it was last year. That's why. Not gonna lie.
No, it was summer of last year. Summer of 2020.
Or 2 years before that, in 2019.
Yeah, and I love Kaguya again, but I would have been happy if Kakushi Goto won because I that was my favorite summer anime, I think, excluding ReZero. So, or it was a spring anime actually because it ended right before ReZero. So yeah.
Yeah, so we're almost done now. We're gonna go in best.
We're getting close.
Yeah, we're getting close. So coming up, best drama, we do have Fruit Baskets season 2, and I fucking love the show. I think it fucking deserve this shit. I think it doesn't get a lot of recognition even because it's a reboot, but it's so good. I suggest it's a big shoujo, especially in the last season. Everything's like starting to get turned on upside its head, so that's where I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, I don't have much to add to this one. I don't think I've seen any of these.
I've only seen 2 of these. Yeah, I've seen Beastars and Somali, and a little bit of Somali Manji.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't seen the other ones. Beastars would probably take that from me, but I'm sure Fruits Basket is fine. Can't really complain when I haven't seen more than half the shows on there.
I've seen, like you said, some of Somali in the forest. But I'm on the part where they just got caught in the cave. That's the last episode.
Dude, I don't fucking remember.
I remember where I stopped all that time ago, dude, and I know, but I remember they just got caught in a cave by, I think it was the hunter or one of the top dogs, whatever. So I mean, I watched Sing yesterday. For me, it was a good show. I'm not really a lot of complaints, but it didn't hold a candle. I think the only contender would be Beastars.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come next up. Best protagonist, Katarina Claes from My Next Life as a Villainess. All routes lead to Doom. I don't know, so I can't really say anything.
Yeah, Ethan, fill
this is a tricky
in,
one. I haven't seen it, but again, this is a tricky one. It is like, I can't say like, oh, she doesn't deserve it because we haven't seen it, but I can say that other nominations were snubbed. Like, how the fuck are you gonna do a protagonist thing and then not nominate Subaru? But I'm assuming because they're bored that they have sometimes hate isekais, and I'm assuming they're like, oh, he's just a bland isekai protagonist without looking at how good of a protagonist he actually is. So he wasn't nominated. He was totally snubbed though. He deserved that. He would have won easily.
Yeah. If
they used their fucking heads, but he wasn't on there regardless. Miyuki or Kaguya would have easily taken that as well.
Yep.
But I'm sure they couldn't come to the consensus on that. Just glad Yuji didn't win because I don't hate Yuji, but again, he's just more of a generic. He's more of a generic. What is it? Shoujin. What the fuck? Shonen protagonist than Hinata is.
Yeah.
And I wish Hinata won because he was nominated on this.
Yeah, well, I think with Yuji, like, because with Jujutsu Kaisen, you're judging from the first 13 episodes, not what's happening right now. And Yuji, I mean, he was pretty much dead.
Oh yeah, he's development now.
He's fucking dead.
Well, he's dead, but like I didn't really care for him until he had his whole thing after that nigga got turned into a convertible.
What's up?
Yeah, after he got turned into that thing and he had his rage moment, which every shonen protagonist does.
Hold on. Did you hear what I heard?
I liked his.
Tell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
it's fine.
He got turned into a convertible.
Okay. I was just making sure.
But yeah, I mean, Hinata should have won, like I said. Even though he didn't do much in part 2 of To the Top, which I think you should hopefully agree with, that arc was not about him.
Yeah,
at all.
It wasn't.
True.
So he had his whole thing with the training arc in the first one, and I loved it, mind you, because it just shows Hinata's drive and how like willing he was to learn to play on his own. And he was basically being the ball boy, but breaking the rules and trying to do this shit anyways. It was a lot of like development for him, and I don't know. I've always liked Hinata. Like even if you think he's like the generic like I'm gonna strive to be the very best shonen protagonist, he does it super well, and it makes perfect sense with him because again he just loves volleyball. And also I did want to mention, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but he's always smiling when he hits the ball in this season, especially. Like like you can notice that with other characters, like sometimes they'll get like frustrated or anything, but Hinata loves volleyball so much that he just loves to be out on the courts. Every time he hits the ball, he's smiling with the biggest smile on his face.
Yeah.
And I just love that about him. He's like literally one of my favorite shonen protagonists. Gintoki exists, so it's hard to take that at top spot as best shonen protagonist.
It's gonna be hard.
Hinata's close.
It's gonna be hard. Just take that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. Well, I haven't. You put Foss above him, so I might have to actually give it a read. And
yeah, I'm begging all of you guys, like from just
when you watch
a writing
K-On!
Standpoint, like I said, and just total badassery standpoint, yes, Foss is just in just 96 chapters they have wrote a masterpiece. Like I've never seen better writing than that. It's awesome. Sorry, I just wanted to keep plugging Hoseki no Kuni.
You already know, dude.
But yes, I wish Subaru was nominated, and I wish Subaru won. As everybody knows, hopefully he's top 4 protagonist for me. Or wait, yeah, he's top 4 protagonist now since Foss obliterated everybody. So Subaru should have been up there, especially with the first core. That bugs me so much, dude. The episode 4 with his parents, like, come on.
He's going off now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that was the whole. Even if you dislike Subaru before, that whole arc was just about him correcting all of his mistakes. Like, come on. It just frustrates me, man. Like that was such a beautiful episode. I can't stress it enough. Hell, I would have been happy if fucking Deku was nominated on this and won. Like, holy hell. Like, some of these choices just didn't make sense to me. But again, I can't complain about Katarina. I know everybody loved her when the show was airing, and it is an isekai, but it seems like a interesting concept. I don't know if you guys know the concept of the isekai.
Yeah.
It's she reincarnates as like her favorite. I think it's a children's cartoon villain or something, but she dies at the end, and she's like a major villain. So the whole point of the show is she's trying to not die. She's basically trying everything in her power to get away from that fate. But that's why it's called All Routes Lead to Doom, because it basically just keeps correcting back onto the path where she's gonna die anyway. So she's trying to figure out how to not fucking die at the end. So it seems funny. I actually do want to watch it at some point.
Like, oh shit!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she's like literally a major villain, but of course she's not a bad person. But she has to fulfill the villain role, so everybody sees her like as a villain, but she's really not one. So
good. So we're gonna go on. Oh my god, this
one pisses me
This
off.
is a bad one. All right, we're gonna go on with
the
protagonist must come an antagonist. Best antagonist goes to Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's not an antagonist right now.
He's not even the main.
He hasn't done anything yet. He's literally just in
He is
Yuji.
an antagonist because he is an antagonist. I mean, I don't want to say he's not one, but he is not the main antagonist. And he's not better than like Mahito. I mean, like Mahito's the main fucking antagonist. He just explained his ideals. He got his. I mean, again, he killed some people. He did get his ass beat by Nanami, but like, come on. like Sukuna, I think people are just obsessed with how cool he is, but especially in that first season or first core, basically, all he did was have his fight with Yuji, and then Yuji lost. He made the contract with him, and then he laughed at Yuji when he wanted to summon his power. That was it. That was all he's done.
He's literally just been a background character pretty much this whole time.
I don't know how he's fucking won. He's cool as shit, yes, but like
he hasn't done anything yet. That's the problem. Which when he does shit, he's probably about to be like fucking going up those ranks. But like right now, it just like
but the thing with Sukuna is though, and I'm not reading the manga, but I do know this happens for a fact. He starts becoming less of an antagonist and more of like helping out Yuji.
Yeah,
like he's still a dickhead about everything he does, but it's basically like, you know what, I'll help you out in these occasions where he's like, I respect your power and stuff like that. I know stuff like that happens with Sukuna.
But if he does that, he has a second goal in mind. More like if he builds the trust between them, he's just gonna rip it off whenever he wants. When he thinks he can.
Yeah, I mean
that's like I feel like it's gonna be like a Miki situation with Parasite, where it's like basically their goals end up aligning. And then he ends up respecting him, I think. I don't know how it is in the manga right now, but I feel like that's what it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with them getting along right now is literally just because he wants Yuji to eat all of the fingers, and so he has his full power back to him. And then if he has his full power, like, it's pretty much a given that he's going to be able to take over Yuji if he wants to. So that's kind of what it's all leading to, but I mean, at the same time, that's how their goals are aligning right now, so they're fine with it, and he's fine with it. But nothing's been done, really.
It's just pretty much collect the Dragon Balls. It's pretty much what it is right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just with this, like, even though I just have I can't deny that Ekidona is the antagonist, at least the first core. But I just wish she won. Yeah, honestly, it's like, even though I don't really view her as one, because she ends up helping him more than she does like antagonizing him. But I think the only antagonistic thing she does is basically say, "I want you to make a contract with me," which I think he would have done that of his own free will, and that's not necessarily her taking advantage, because all he did was just reject it, and she's like, "All right," and that's it. She's been helping him out most of the time. So again, I don't really see her as an antagonist the same way I don't really see Ogi as one from Monogatari. But they both count as one, so I have to acknowledge that, and I think she maybe should have won. I am looking at Overhaul. I liked Overhaul a lot.
I Overhaul, but I think Akito Fruit Basket should have won. I think he has such a presence in the story, especially like he's denying pretty much everything. Like they want to do something, nah, it's not gonna happen. Goes up to the main character, fucking scratches her like nobody business because he hates him, and especially like you don't really know what he's doing, but you get like revelations at the end about who Akito actually is, which I'm really like. I think Soma should have won. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, this was such a bad pick that I would have been okay with Rachel from Tower of God getting it.
No.
That would have pissed me off.
No, honestly, I would have been okay with that because I know a little bit more than y'all.
She's done one thing,
but at the same time, that's not fair. We're looking at it from the show. Yeah, she literally pushed Bomb off the edge, and she's like, "All right, my plan is coming to fruition." Even though she wasn't like plotting any of this to happen, it just happened by chance.
Yeah, but
it was literally like, I'm gonna go climb the tower, and then Bomb showed up, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll push him off the ledge, and then I'll just say he died." And that was her plan. It wasn't like she strung him along like an antagonist would. That's what makes Ekidona one. She helps him for her own gains, but Rachel was literally just like, "Oh, I'm in the bubble with him now. I'm gonna push him off the ledge, say he died, and and now I'll just pretend like everything's fine." And that was her whole antagonistic goal for one episode. I don't know why the fuck she was nominated.
I mean, sure, I guess from that point of view, I don't know. I thought it explained it more because it does right after that happens in the manga.
Yeah, you see, you're thinking about the manga.
There's a huge backstory behind it. But I'm just saying from my point of view, I would have been more okay with it because I do know the backstory behind it. She does have a whole huge antagonistic goal behind everything.
But
well, I know she has a goal now, but I'm saying that was a very situational set up for her to become an antagonist. It was like she was never planning for Bomb to follow her in there. She was just like, I got away from Bomb because I have this inferiority complex. I'm gonna climb the tower. Then Bomb follows her, and she's like, well, shit. What do I do now? And then she entered in the bubble, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna push him off, and now I can plot a grander goal. So that's just how it came across. Again, like I said, she had one episode to be an antagonist, which I don't think that makes her like the antagonist. But whatever.
It's also because we don't.
She didn't
like
win.
you know what happens like right after. We don't, so we don't have that information.
Right.
So we can only judge what we've seen, and she hasn't.
I'm not telling that you guys should agree with me on this. I'm just stating my opinion by knowing the other stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's just that we can't.
So,
we don't know, so we can't really like judge that kind of stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after looking at this list, I am realizing, like, I am trying to think of antagonists from last year. I can't think of many. I am just still bothered that Suka won. I don't know overall should have won, maybe, but, like, I can't think of other antagonists on top of it. Like, Gleipnir didn't have any standout ones. Isaacin didn't really.
Isaacin, dude.
It's a slice of life.
Dude, you know what, dude? You want to know what the antagonist is? The freaking director, Katamori. The director that has to get stuff done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been such a funny pick.
What other shows came out last year? Oh, Mommy. Mommy was a fucking antagonist. I would have been fine if she won. If she was nominated and won.
She's hot.
That would
but
have been
she's
awesome.
trash.
Mind you, to be fair, did she do antagonistic things this last season? I forgot. Did Ruka do her whole going off on her in the club?
No,
I'm
not
trying
yet.
to remember.
No.
Okay, well then, yeah, that didn't happen. No, she had her convo with. That's different. Yeah, Mommy's a better antagonist than Rachel for sure, and Sukino. I wouldn't say I could do on her overhaul, but
Okay, so I guess we're gonna be done with this because I don't want to keep this on too long because we have another topic coming in with anime of the year. Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my god.
yeah.
This is
Again, yeah.
We're judging
Sorry,
a
like
13
Jujutsu
episode
Kaisen.
series right now, and it just does not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great, but it's not a finished product.
It's not a finished product. The episodes that aired from the first 13 episodes were not better than Beastars. They were not better than Isaacin. We haven't seen Dodo Hedoro, and I know Great Pretenders, from the scenes I've seen of it, look great, and I'm sure people were upset that didn't win. But again, just from what I've seen of half of these shows, because again, I don't know what the fuck Appare Ranman is. I don't think anybody does.
No.
So I'm confused that was nominated.
Actually.
They played clips of it during the show, so I have seen the main character before, but that's it. But again, with Jujutsu Kaisen, it's just like, I think up until like that point, it was pretty. I like Jujutsu Kaisen, so I don't want to downplay it, but it was pretty standard shonen business up until that point. The whole Mahito beatdown thing with Nanami was awesome, and I think the show was going in an interesting direction now. But taking those first 13 episodes into account, again, not better than Beastars and not better than Isaacin, because those are just like beautiful finished products, I think.
Yeah.
It's just it's like a half-cooked egg right now with Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's kind of just like they just wanted to push this out just so they can nominate and make it win, when it has
even
no
though I
business
think
winning right now. It could when it finishes.
Even though I think the second season Beastars is better than the first season right now. I think the first season of Beastars had so many great moments.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing with the tiger. I forgot the tiger's name, but that whole episode, the fucking final episode. Oh my god. Or final 2 episodes actually, because that was with Luis and Haru-chan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it
was great.
It was a great show. I remember watching that. I was like, I'm now furry right now watching this.
But I am just mad that if they're going to use this logic like to excuse Jujutsu Kaisen getting in there, they could have put ReZero in that again with the second season core. Like, I don't know what the requirements are for shows being nominated. Maybe it's original or something like that for Anime of the Year, which fine, I guess. But I know they're not going to follow that standard for next year because Attack on Titan is going to be nominated for Anime of the Year. So it just pisses me off the exemptions they make sometimes.
Yeah.
Because ReZero's second season core, and Kaguya season 2, those both deserved to be nominated for Anime of the Year and possibly win. Especially ReZero. Again, I love ReZero. But Kaguya easily could have won episode 11 with Ishigami's backstory.
I don't know, dude.
It's
I
one
like
of the best episodes.
Isaacin, though?
I would have been fine with Isaacin, Kaguya, ReZero, or Beastars winning.
Yeah.
I'm just not okay with Jujutsu Kaisen winning.
Yeah.
Because,
that, yeah.
again, like I said, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with everything that's happened so far. I like the show, and I binged from 11 to 17, which means most of the content I liked was from the second half, which wasn't nominated, and I had a lot of fun seeing that. I liked everything that happened basically after the Nanami thing, because it's just been fun. It's one of those weird instances where the training arc is actually super fun, mind you, because the training arc has become a shit show now, with everybody getting or everybody infiltrating the school now. But,
Except Gojo, dude, can't enter the force field.
except Gojo, yeah, Gojo can't do shit. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna like be mad or anything because I like Jujutsu Kaisen, so I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the fans, but there was just other choices they could have done. And like I said, I know that they were like, probably this year, they're like, we're not going to include sequels so we can acknowledge the originals. And then come next year, they're going to be like, all right, Attack on Titan Season 4 is going to be nominated for everything. Because, of course, they want that popularity clicks. They want people coming in and voting for Attack on Titan. So, whatever. Can't do anything about it.
And, yeah, that is the rest of the list. Even though, well, we could talk about like why this was such a good one, sort of. Except with the last two, there wasn't like a single show that won everything. That's what I liked about it, because there is a lot. I
think most shows were duels. Yeah.
Because I mean, everyone thought when they saw Jujutsu Kaisen, they thought it was going to be the Jujutsu Kaisen awards. They only won 3, which I mean, I don't think they should have won.
I was actually surprised.
There are 2 of them that should have won.
Yeah, My Hero, Aizukin, and ReZero all won 2 awards.
Tonikawa.
And Kaguya, sorry. Kaguya won 2 awards. I think I mentioned that, though. And Jujutsu Kaisen only won 3, which, is just 1 more than everybody else.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with that. I mean, there's at least
pretty
diversity.
fairly balanced this year.
Yeah, surprised. It wasn't like Demon Slayer last year, like I said, where they were nominated for 9 and won 7 of them. Like, come on. But... they were actually pretty level-headed with it this year, and I think that's maybe due to not being that much anime out. A lot of it was great. Like I said, last year, I know people were trying to say that it was like one of the worst years ever. We still got a lot of great shit. Fuck. And like I said, even though it was limited, it was still great. I suggest watching a lot of the seasonals and giving it a chance. Like Princess Connect again. I'll plug that again. That came out last year. The animation was gorgeous. I think it was just brushed under the rug because it came out as soon as the whole COVID thing started, and people didn't really care.
Yeah.
It was one of the few shows that wasn't canceled, but that's because Crunchyroll backed it, so. That, like I said, Gleipnir, it's fine. I think it's a good show. Red to Girlfriend, one of the best harems. Again, a lot of good shit. So, good awards. Better than last year. That's for fucking sure. And the year before that. And I think it's 18 with Deku Awards, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't really go downhill from that, so.
Well, at least they're competent enough to not have the same awards this year, so I'm fine with that.
We'll make sure to do our own award show at the end of this year for this anime, so we can do one better than Crunchyroll.
Oh god, oh yeah, because we won't have licensing. I didn't know why the heck I guess someone. Never mind. So I think that about wraps it, doesn't it?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can speed through what we've been watching and reading real quick, though. You guys have been starting anything new?
I don't think I've started anything new since the last one. Manga-wise, though, ooh boy, I got a big haul. All right, so I'm starting to work on. You guys won't see it, but Wolf's Children. I'm starting to read that every night. I finished A Silent Voice. Then right after I watched the movie, tears were flowing down, as expected. Just the manga, it was so. Reading the manga and then watching the movie, it destroyed me. It destroyed me a lot. I caught up on Grand Blue. I think I was like 15 chapters away from being caught up, and I didn't want to because I just wanted to wait, but the manga was on hiatus, so I was like, what the hell, I'll finish it. Kohai, best character in that show right now. Tell, can you agree with me on this?
Yeah, I could agree with you on that.
That's the blonde
so
dude,
fucking funny, dude. I read all of Otakoi. I think that's it for me on the manga haul, though. That's really all I'm doing. I'm probably going to finish Wolf's Children by maybe next week or by the next episode. So it'll be 24. think I'll be finished. So that's what I'm gonna be working on.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been doing anything for anime or manga wise, really. I did watch American Psycho, like I mentioned recently. I'm watching all my seasonals also, like Yuta Camp, been on top. I love Yuta Camp to death. And I've been playing Persona 5 Strikers because I got early access to that. So I've been loving it so far.
Nice. As I kind of mentioned last week, finally getting back into the swing of things, starting to, get out of the lull that I was in. I caught up on Yuta Camp, caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen, as I said. Currently in the works of getting caught up on Code Black for Cells at Work and regular Cells at Work. Let's see, what else have I been watching? What other seasonals I'm forgetting? I caught up on like two other shows. But basically most of the seasonals I'm getting all caught up on finally, starting to get into it and watch them. Get it under my belt. Attack on Titan Season 4, of course. Caught up on that.
It's been great.
Yeah, it has been really good. So with all these good shows that I'm finally getting back into, my lull has definitely been disappearing. About every night I'll sit down and watch at least one or two shows. So been pretty good. By next week, I'm hoping by the time we record next week I'll be caught up on all seasonals.
Good luck.
And be able to, at that point, then I can just start grinding and binging Gintama, because that is still on my list and has been for a long time, and I realize that. But with all these fucking seasonals that are so good, it's hard to jump off go watch 200 episodes of Gintama.
Guess what, dude? Once you get to that Yoshizawa, it's over. You're gonna forget.
No, I know. Once I hit a certain point,
I don't know why you say Yoshizawa, Jake. You fake Gintama fan. It's Yoshiwara.
Yoshiwara? That was Yoshizawa.
Yeah, Yoshiwara in flames. No, it's
whatever.
Yoshiwara.
Well, anyways, once you get to Yoshiawa, I can't fucking speak. Sorry, I need to read a book, not manga. You're gonna be realizing Gintama is the way.
No, I realize that. I know y'all guys have told me that for forever. As soon as I hit a certain point, I'm hooked until the end. So that's why I want to try to get caught up on everything else, so I can afford to get hooked and not be behind on 20 shows and getting caught up into Gintama. So
you're gonna be caught up on Gintama, but you're not gonna be caught up on the other shows.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take your life over.
Or we'll say that.
No, I know.
Speaking of Gintama, the final's still not out yet. Sadly, I'm crying in my sleep, wanting to see it all animated. I want to see Duz. I want to see Gintoki. I want to see Katsuda.
Dude, I think you've plugged the final every episode, so you're adding that to the list of Arrow manga shit now.
Sorry, dude. I just really want to see it, dude. I really want to see it.
Well, I really want to see our patrons of beautiful faces in here. Again, if you guys want to become patrons, go to our Patreon down in the link below, patreon.com/AskCast. And you can become one of our beautiful patrons here, Zero Tuesday, Hadrian, and Outdated. Thank you guys so much again for being patrons. We'll always shout you guys out at the end of episodes, so if you want to be like those beautiful people we just mentioned, go ahead and become a patron today. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, all at Anime Safe Space. Again, we've been doing webcam episodes. If you guys want to see us talk and have a different experience to the audio format, head on over to YouTube and subscribe to us. It'd really help us out. We're also on Twitter, also at Anime Safe Space. Feel free to always DM us or tweet us questions, suggestions, and things you might want to know for the episode. Or if you just want to get in contact with us and talk to us, always feel free to do that. We also have our Discord, as always, down in the description below. Anybody's welcome to join. We do group watch-alongs. I think we're doing one when, Jake?
It's going to be next Saturday.
Next Saturday, we're going to be watching some
We're going to be watching movies
so, yeah.
It's going to be this Friday. This Friday, whatever's in the group watch, I'm going to be putting it in a random generator, and we're going to be going off.
Yep, like I said, we just love to see you guys in there. Just come and hang out, or if you want to suggest podcast-related things, ask us questions, or get to know other AskCast fans, join that Discord in the link below. But yeah, I think that about does it for us, boys, right?
I think so.
That about does it,
It's been a good episode, yeah.